So if you've wondered whether a beard straightener could be a good option for you, this is the kind of results that I can get with mine. I'm going to show you here a live demo right now so you can see kind of what this can do, and I'll talk about a few uses for it, why you would need one of these. I've got a couple buddies who use these, and you see this is kind of what I've got here. My one buddy that's got a beard that's like 5 times bigger than mine also uses a beard straightener like this, and it's working pretty well for him too. So it's a pretty simple device. This is the before. I want you to take a look here. So this is what mine looks like. I just showered a bit ago. You know, you can see kind of how bushy it is. You know, starts kind of, once it grows a certain length, I kind of get this curl like you see right here. So I'm going to show you, what this does, how quickly this works. It's pretty simple. You basically just have one button on here, and you power it on, and then there's 1, 2, and 3 settings. Those are higher heat settings. So if you have more curly hair, you're gonna have to put this on a higher heat setting probably for it to, actually keep those from curling back and straighten it out effectively. So I'm gonna put it on the second setting here today. I've had this warmed up. It's been sitting here kind of heating. The nice thing is too, you can see this rotates here on the bottom. So that's kind of nice. It makes it a little bit easier for manipulating this. But you literally just kind of run this through, and I'll kind of keep talking to you and I'll show you as we're doing this. So the one thing is this does kind of smell like that plastic smell, that, heating up smell. So that may have just not worn off yet, but I mean, it's similar to like if you've got a space heater and stuff like that before. It's similar to that smell kind of when it heats up. But you could see here, you could see it's already working a bit. See right here, especially, see how straight this is. So it's definitely starting to work. There's a side view. But when I'm using one of these, I'll kind of just like, go in all different directions. You really shouldn't touch this. You really can't burn yourself, touching right here though. There's basically like a kind of porcelain on the inside that really heats up in between these. From the front now again, maybe from the side a little bit. And you do feel the warmth on your face. I mean, there's a couple times where it's somewhat hot when it's touching me, if I kind of touch the very edge of this onto my face. Overall though, otherwise it's doing really well. Even on the hair underneath my lip here, I mean, that actually worked, and it was effective at straightening that out as well. So I think too, this is kind of helpful if your beard's getting kind of really unkempt, and if you're, starting to get those curls and everything, like I said, where it's a little bit harder to trim your beard because of that. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, if I cut this here, is that truly, how long my beard is and everything? Like with doing this, you can kind of see like how your beard's growing, and, if you need to trim it a little bit, this will probably be a little bit more accurate. But I think one other thing I haven't mentioned too is, not only aesthetically and just the way it looks will this have an impact. If you're someone that when I get my beard even to this length, I start getting a little bit of, discomfort. It kind of gets more itchy, it gets scratchy, my skin gets drier, stuff like that. And part of it is just that kind of shape, it gets real firm and things like that. This kind of helps loosen it up more too. So if you're someone who kind of deals with that, this is a good way to counteract that as well. Okay, so I think I'm about ready here, and I'll show you guys kind of how this looks. But if you're someone who you normally get a lot of like stragglers, this kind of just helps keep everything a little bit more uniform. All right, and then now to turn this off, you basically just hold this down right here, and now it is off, and I'll just let this cool for a little bit before I put it away. So very simple to use. Like I said, I could always go up to that 3rd setting. For more heat, that might go a little bit quicker, but depending on your beard type and your hair type, that's something that's available. So we'll use a regular brush here. So this is what it looks like after, from like side view this way. So that's what you can expect. So you can decide whether or not you think this is something that's worth it for you. I think now what I can do is I'm probably gonna trim this up a little bit, and I'll show you that here after I get this trimmed a little, because now that this is straightened out, it's a little bit easier to be able to trim this and kind of make it even again. Like I said, you're not dealing with all the kind of curls and waves and stuff that can happen. But when I do this, it does pretty much last me the day then. If I do it after I shower, this is what it'll look like until I like shower again, or if you go swim or something like that and it gets really wet. Okay guys, so quick trim up. This is kind of the final result. This is what it looks like now with it straightened. So yeah, definitely, less curly. Doesn't look as like stuck together and everything. I'll show a shot again of that beginning just so you can kind of see what it looks like prior. So yeah, you can figure out if you like this look or not. You know, some of you guys may not need this or may not really like this look anyway, but if you do like this look, it's pretty simple to do. It's a pretty affordable option also. In just minutes, you could see kind of how your beard look can definitely transform. Whether you like it or not, it's definitely evident that it does work and it does, you know, definitely change the way your beard looks. So just to give you an update, guys, this is the very next day. I just showered. So this is what it looks like again, just for a before, after, kind of before. So if you would like to pick up one of these beard straighteners, there's going to be an affiliate link in the comments and description. Please like the video if you found this helpful, subscribe for other grooming tips, fashion tips, etc. And I'll see you guys in the next one.